Hello everyone! Today we've got a little stress-free breakfast recipe perfect for anyone with a busy schedule. Now, I know how it feels to have too much on your plate or to not have enough energy to make yourself a big meal. That's why I want to show you an easy recipe that doesn't take much time and won't break the bank. This granola recipe from Eating Smart, Being Active can be modified and stored on the shelf for about a week or put in the freezer for later use. Now, let's get started with our ingredients. Here's a list of everything you'll need. Overall, this recipe isn't too particular, so you're welcome to swap pecans for a different nut like I'm doing, or even seeds like sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds. The same goes for swapping the cranberries with other dried fruit and using whatever sweetener you have available. I'm even adding chocolate chips to mine because, honestly, chocolate chips just make everything better. Plus, I like my granola just a little bit more sweet. Aside from the ingredients, we're also going to need a couple of cooking utensils seen here, such as nonstick cooking spray, a large bowl, a cooking sheet, a small saucepan, and something to stir with. Now, I didn't have nonstick cooking spray in my house, so I just used the same oil that I used in the recipe. Now that that's all set up, let's get cooking. To start, we're going to preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and then in your bowl, combine the oats and the nuts. Once that's all mixed up, we're going to move to the stove and set your saucepan on low. Then you're going to add in your syrup, oil, and cinnamon. I also added a little bit of salt to mine for extra flavor. You're going to let this cook until it thins out to a lighter syrup consistency. Make sure to stir along the way so nothing gets stuck to the bottom. Once that's thinned out, take it off the heat and stir in your vanilla. After that's all done, take your saucepan and pour all that mixture you just made into the bowl with the oats. I know it may not look like it'll be enough at first, but I promise you it does actually coat everything. Mix that all up and get your baking sheet ready to go in the oven. Spray it with the cooking spray if you have it, or just put some type of oil on the sheet so that nothing sticks to it after it's done. Then you're going to evenly spread your oat mixture on the sheet. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Put that baking sheet in the oven and set your timer for 25 minutes. You'll know it's done when your entire house smells like granola. After time's up, carefully take it out of the oven and wait patiently for it to cool before you add in your berries and other add-ins. I didn't do that, but I liked how the chocolate chips melted into the granola and made little clumps for me. There you have it. Now you made a nice, healthy pantry staple that can be used for other things such as overnight oats or even a little parfait in the morning. There's even a recipe for the breakfast parfait using this granola under Eating Smart, Being Active's third lesson, Plan, Shop, Save. Overall, this website is a great resource for all sorts of healthy recipes that are backed by research and have nutrition facts to go with each recipe. Overall, the ingredients for this recipe aren't too expensive, and I've put a cost breakdown on screen for the recipe as written. On that note, I mainly use items that I found in my pantry, and I encourage you to do the same. Get creative with it. Feel free to experiment with different flavorings or using the granola in other ways. The only additional ingredients you need for the overnight oats are Greek yogurt and milk, and it's a great option to prep the night before and just grab it and go in the morning. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and feel free to check out the other easy, healthy recipes on Eating Smart, Being Active website.